Alright, let's animate our deer and then we can place it onto our landscape. We're going to make the deer stand, move its head a bunch of times, and then walk out of the screen. So let's bring in our reference image, this guy. Just double click to open the layer, and we're just going to keep this as reference, switch between the two when needed. First, let's connect the layers together. We do have a lot of layers. Let's first color code so it's easier to look at. We have everything related to the head. So the antlers, the ears, the head itself, we're going to make it one color. Let's make it blue. The body is separate. Let's make it cyan or red so it stands out. We have the tail, which is a part of the body. Make that red. Then we have the legs that we can just turn purple. Okay, so we have this many layers. Let's assign their anchor points one by one. Let's start from the antlers. Let's solo their layer. That's hard to see with the ear. Get the anchor point tool and bring it at the start of the antler. Bring the other one in. Do the same thing with the other one. We got the ear, which we also need to bring, and then we have the other ear. The body doesn't really need a anchor point. Then we have the head, which we could just bring this guy down here. So the body can go on top. You can see the body is going there. Then we have the tail, which we can just move over here. Let's solo so we can see the actual end of the tail. We got the legs. The upper leg goes on the body. Let's get the body, the upper leg, lower back leg. Hit T, reduce the opacity so we can see the connection points. Alright, so we found the right place for the upper back leg, but we need one for the lower back leg. Place it right in that circle that you see. Once you're done, make sure you bring back the opacity. Okay, then we have the other leg. Let's hit M on these. We got body, then we got lower back leg. Let's just select all of them with the body and hit T to lower their opacity. We already did the first two legs, so this guy, just turn off their opacity, turn off their layer like that, so we can just work with the rest. Just click on them and move their anchor points to where they need to be. This one will be here. This one will be here. Got this guy, goes up here. This dude comes here. Got the one in the back. Alright, so we did all that. Let's reselect everything. Bring back their opacity. And then we can just hit M to close them. We had the body, which I do want to bring down. So select everything with the head and the tail. Hit P and just bring them lower. Okay, so now he's shorter. We can hit M on these and just go to body to bring back the opacity. Bring back the other leg as well. Okay, now let's parent these layers. So the antlers, they go to the head. So do the ears. They're all connected to the head. The body is independent. The head is connected to the body. Tail is also connected to the body. Upper back leg, body, lower back leg, upper back leg. Upper front leg is connected to body, and we need lower front leg. This one is connected to upper front leg left. There you go. And then we have upper back leg. This one goes to body. Lower back leg right connects to upper back leg right. Upper front leg right goes to body. Lower front leg right goes to upper front leg right. Okay, so it's a little confusing, but just go over them slowly and connect them to their rightful partners. All right, so we can now start animating our character. Hit M. We are going to first work with the head. So we're going to make a rotation here. Turn on the stopwatch. Bring this in maybe 1 second in so it's normal. And then at 2 seconds, we're just going to make this dude come down. Just a little bit. And I'm going to hit P on this and just get it up to the right area. The body, we do have a problem with this part. So let's bring the head above body. And we can just reposition it based on what we have right now. Okay. On the body, since we do have that extra bit, we can just go ahead, turn off the head layer for a second, get the pen tool and just go over this area. So we're creating a mask, but we want to change the mask. Open mask 1, go to subtract, so it's no longer there. Hit M and bring back the head. Now we don't have that thing sticking out. So the let's hit R and head again. Close the body layer. So our deer is going to be standing normal. We have to change the normal keyframe. Now that we changed things, so I'm going to bring the body above the head again. Hit P to just reposition the character. Okay. We turn off the second keyframe and very slightly bring down the head. Like maybe 4 seconds, -4. Come back here to 3 and add a +4. So it goes a little bit back, comes back that way. So I'm going to hit P and just lower the head a slight bit without turning on the keyframe. So it just looks a bit better. Just goes in the front and then comes back. And that's all the animation for the head. So after it did this, we're just going to make it walk away. So that's all the head movement. Hit M, we have the tail as well, which we can also add a rotation. When it moves its head, we want to show that they are excited. Hit U, match the keyframes, and add a +8 so it goes down. Move into the next keyframe. Put it back to -8. Then we can ease both of these keyframes, and now the deer is just going to move its head and also move the tail. I will make another keyframe right here, but make it 0. So the tail movement is faster, just moving up like that. And just bring the tail below all of the leg layers. Okay. And that just looks better. And now we can even make the antlers move a little. Not the antlers, the ears. Just come in around here when it's halfway through the movement. Hit R, turn on the stopwatch, and go in maybe 2 seconds. Want to make one go to -8, the other one go to normal, the +8. And then a few frames in, we're going to turn both to 0. F9 all those keyframes. And just gonna move the head, the ear. And the head needs to go above, the ears need to go below the head. Just bring them in here. Okay. And the antlers are just moving with the thing, the head. You wouldn't want to rotate the antlers because they're not gonna move in the wind. They're not that light. Hit M on those layers. We can also make the character blink. So around here, let's go ahead and deselect the head layer, get our pen tool, and we're going to hold down Alt and zoom in on the eye with the cursor. We're making a new shape layer that completely covers the eyes. Okay, let's get the same color that we see here. Use the eyedropper tool, hit OK. And now this is the character blinking. Let's rename this Blink. And we're going to get a really small amount. Alt and right bracket key on your keyboard. Duplicate this a bunch of times. Control D. And just offset it as they go. But before that, let's connect it to the head. Go in the beginning. Select it all and just move it on the eye first. And then we're going to connect it to the head. So now the blinks move with the head, which is the case for how you blink. Select all these layers and just bring them in a couple frames forward. Control or Command click on one of them and then get the rest to just offset these blinking sessions. Again, make them really random. So at one point they are blinking for some time and then they blink faster. Just make it random. And once you play this back, you can see our character is just blinking as they go. Okay, so that was the blinks. Let's zoom out of here. I'm gonna first crop out the extra area, which you only need the deer. Crop come to region of interest. Now we don't have that long section. Okay, so we can go ahead and pre-comp the blinkings. Pre-compose, call it blink. And make sure you connect the blink to head again. So it's and we have to go back in and reposition it. Let's see where the blink was. Here it is. We need to get our move tool and just select this. Place it on top. It's connected to the head. So now it's going to move with the head. Okay. We're done with the blinks. Let's move on to the legs. And remember that we need to constantly look at this. So this is the first look we're going for. And I'm just going to flip the image. So just select that layer. Let's make a new comp from it. And then right click, transform, flip horizontal. So the image is going the other way. Get the first frame for the walk, which is this. And I'm just going to copy this for the creature, the deer that we have. So go back to deer. And we're going to decide at what point we want the deer to start moving. So after it moves its head, I'm going to make it start moving at like 2.5 seconds. So we're going to get I'm going to go back here, have a look. Back leg on the left side needs to go backwards. So let's see. I'm going to go for, I'm going to recolor code the rights and the lefts. So it says right, that's left. Back leg left. So it's this guy. We want to move this, hit R. I want to move it, let's make a keyframe here first. And go to 3 seconds. want to move it backwards. Okay. And then here, let's also hit R. Go to the first keyframe. Turn on the stopwatch, go to the next keyframe, and we just want to bend the foot. Yeah, we have a bending motion going on. So we just want to bend the foot forward. Maybe I'll go back in here and just make it come that way. So it's going to be normal, and then it's going to move its foot back. All right, we did this. Let's do the same thing for the other foot. Basically, we're going to do this for all the other layers. So I'm going to go on this one. You can see that the left front leg is straight. The other one is also straight. The back one is bent. So I'm going to copy the exact same look, and then I'll be back for the next parts where we can make the movements appear. So I'll see you guys in the next lesson.